All right, let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, we've got the Guardian at the top of the act. We've got like a couple 3 elite paths, but they're not great. Sorry for messing with your vote. No, it's fine. I should have run a poll if I was going to try and do it scientifically, you know? Amazing Jumbo says, hey Raps, thanks, first time checking out your stream. I love your content and soothing voice. Keep it up. Thank you very much. I need to say. Sorry, it was just hard to read the name because I've got the dark background and your name being a dark blue made it a bit rough. All right. So we are going to need to find early aggression if we want to go for those 3 elites, which means I'm probably not going to want to go here unless I'm going like early question mark. Trying to use the shop to secure a good damage item before I go up here. My first upgrade is after my first elite, so I shouldn't take anything that's like intensely necessary to be upgraded before it's useful. At least nothing that I'm using specifically for this elite. We do have the ability to bail out at any point and go for an extra rest at the very end. Sure. I'll take this. Amazing Jumbo, thank you very much for the Prime subscription. Enjoy emotes in chat. Welcome to the Republic. Oh right, I haven't even taken my option here yet. I mean, we could try and snipe an elite with the enemies in the next 3 combats have 1 HP, but I might just transform or defend here. That's a pretty huge upgrade to a defend. That'll that one will do actually. I'm fine with it. Let's set up for the first fight. Easy. I forgot how horrible the Twitch default smiley face looks. I hate it too. I think I usually use on this website carry up, and I do that because I really dislike the default smiley face in Twitch. Well, I mean, we're obliged, right? So we can remove this regret in a couple spaces time. The only problem is it's probably going to take the majority of the money that we get to use. All right. Ooh, baby. Toxic Egg. When you made skill cards, your deck gets upgraded. Yeah, I'm actually on board with that one. Extremely actually on board with that one. Whoop. Okay. That sets up for a single strike to kill the frontliner on the next turn. And I'm going to leave the adrenaline in the deck. I don't want to just, you know, draw a strike and be able to play that. Leave 2 defends out of my cycle. Well, I wanted something slightly better than that as well. Hey, guess what? A large amount of the Shiv cards are skills. Apropos of nothing, a large amount of the Shiv cards, those are skills. And now that you have the Toxic Egg, you can go for Poison and Shivs, the 2 most rare builds. I mean, I can. Let's try and end the fight. Cool. I mean, I know the other 2 are Shivs, but it was already upgraded. Maybe I should have just defended that turn, actually. Yeah, I probably should have. Hey, HG Rose. Good to see you. Let's take some easy strikes on the enemy. Perfect. I mean, Blur, I am probably going to add a lot more defense to this deck. It's already pre-upgraded as well. How long has the flip animation been there? Ever since I added the mod, everything is the same, but you backflip on backflip by Reyna. Good mod. Deadly Poison card remove the... I mean... Okay. What are we lacking? Scaling defense. Slightly more prolonged weaken. It's about it at the moment. It's a very good opening. We should probably just hard overblock this turn. Combined backflips cause backflips mod plus Guardian? Does the Guardian have access to backflip? I'm not certain. Alright. Just attack there. I just want to see the Guardian do a flip. Okay, fair enough. Alright. Deadly poison, survivor, defend. Do we just want to be like real careful about our HP? So next turn is probably going to be crippling cloud, then defend, then adrenaline, because I want the defend to be in the next cycle as well. Okay. Actually, maybe it should be defend, backflip, adrenaline, then the crippling cloud. I also should have used the neutralize to make sure another target got weakened by that one. Oops. Oops, a daisy on that. Did she just do a backflip? I don't know what you're talking about. Whoop. Poorly handled couple turns, Ryan, there. Poorly couple handled turns. We've got some extra block for this turn. Does that mod work with downfall? Can the boss just randomly backflip and stunt on you? I do not know. I imagine it is probably just the character's portrait spins. Oh my god, we're taking a lot of damage here. Can we not take that damage? Please? No, never mind. Non-negotiable damage. I caused myself to take all of this damage. This is entirely on me. I am extremely terrified now about our upcoming elite fights. Nice. And suddenly we're a lot more comfortable. You cannot legally end the Downfall series until Guardian or any of them does a backflip. I don't know if I could legally end the the Downfall series for ages anyhow. Cold Heart, thank you very much for the 4th month of the subscription at tier 1. Says, love coming in and seeing Ryan wearing the best shirt of all. It is a great one. It's the BDG. I love eating junk food and playing classic games. Do you? That's all it says. There's definitely no hidden message. I can use Bane for a little bit of supplemented targeted damage here. Also actually gonna rest before this elite. Nice. It's probably one of the best elites for us. Backflip and... yeah, I'm not gonna use Adrenaline this turn. I think my opening should be Crippling Cloud Blur. Right? Not have that next turn. But Deadly Poison being in the next cycle matters a lot. I don't like this turn. Did not like anything about any of that draw order right there. Okay. And at the absolute least, we get that one well. Unfortunately, Poison is at the very bottom of the new cycle as well. Gosh. Perhaps if you were a dragon, what would you keep as your hoard of stuff? If I were a dragon, what would I keep as my hoard of stuff? I mean, I used to hoard old bus tickets, but that's... I don't know if that would be a treasure that anyone would come and try and slay me for. Honestly, it might be empty whiskey bottles, but that's just an alcoholic dragon. Goodbye to you. We took the 15 there. Blood Vial for a little bit of sustain here. Storm of Steel. Do we want to go into a Shiv build now? I mean, as much as I do want Storm of Steel, we don't have much draw. We don't really have a way to support it actually being a card that we take, right? So it's Predator or nothing here. Take a Predator, I think. Alright. Foul Dragon, I have come for your old bus tickets. You will never ride the 391. On guard. Dragons typically don't say to the adventurers or knights on guard. Dragons often don't fence, I've found. Very few dragons equipped with rapiers. Worms, no sabers, nary a single saber amongst them. Art of War makes a lot of sense here if we're going to be going for a kind of poison-based build. Sure. Sure. Okay, potion belt. Okay. I am feeling spicy. I want to try and go for another elite. That's too spicy, right? Let's get too spicy. Would have been the perfect solution. Okay, we're too spicy right now, aren't we? We're too spicy. I need to just remove a strike and go to the left. I can't get so overcommitted to the spice that I lose the run. Oh. Ooh. Actually, hang on. Never mind. Never mind, though. Maybe we're okay, though. Oh. Anything except for that in the opening draw, and we were about to have a really bad time. It's going really well, Overlord, and yourself. Tyvendal says I reinstalled STS after a year and a half because of your Downfall series. That mod is so heckin' good, and your commentary humor is top notch. Thank you. Cheers for all the amazing content. You're welcome. Much appreciated for the very kind words. Thank you. Goodbye. I could have taken the smoke bomb, but then, you know, what value am I getting out of that space if I'm taking a smoke bomb intentionally there, right? I'm gonna take a blur here, actually. I'm gonna try and blurricade us. Oh. Okay. An absolute madman, yes. Okay. What was that about voiding spice? I mean, I need money. Money is important in this game. You can use it to buy goods and services. Raps thought you were now taking weekends off to ensure you relax and keep good. Okay, well, I knew someone was going to bring up that point. So what happened here is last week I wanted to on the Monday I wanted to do the stream for the start of the DLC for the Outer Worlds because I'd just gotten the code from them and I really want to cover that and I really want to get back to it and I just want to play an RPG. It'd be a good time, you know. And then I got delayed because there were a couple different scheduling mishaps with the Gloomhaven co-op that ended up happening, but that ended up happening in the week. So I ended up kind of like that whole weekend working on organization for that, as well as recording the ladder streak. And then this weekend where I was like, you know what? The previous weekend, that was my first attempt at having a weekend off. That's a mulligan. I'm going to try again next weekend. And then yesterday night, Peak said to me, hey, are you going to be streaming tomorrow morning? And he was just asking the question because he's in the other room playing D&D. So he wanted to know if I was going to be up early. But I took it as like an opportunity. Like, oh, you're right. Yeah, no, that is a good day. I could stream the Outer Worlds tomorrow. And only when I woke up this morning was I like, oh, it's a Sunday. I wasn't supposed to do this. Not that I'm sad about it at all. I'm feeling very good and happy to be here. Yeah. I'm gonna need that one, I think. And then it's probably a rest. As much as I really need the upgrade on that Noxious Fumes, I think we have to go for a rest there. It's Sunday. I honestly thought it was Friday. Look, I can't keep track of the days myself, but I think it's Saturday for a majority of you. It's Sunday in my time zone. Does time matter anymore? Exactly. Time is a construct anyway. Who cares? But yes, I will try and do that next weekend. Maybe. All you need to do is take 0 damage the entire fight. Look, I'm thinking about it. I can't. I cannot. I cannot. Ooh, I mean, if you're gonna give me all the spice on turn 1, I'll play it. Burning Bright John, thank you very much for the tier 1 subscription. Enjoy emotes in chat. Welcome to the Republic. Okay. Hang on, so they're taking 13 already. Predator is not going to be enough. What would be? I think it's just defend. Xaxes with the strength pot. 17. So wait, the enemy would take the 6 and then 13. So 6 and 13 is 19. It's not Xax with this, right? I think if I'd used the strength pot before I did my first attack, it would have been though. I think I will draw. Okay, yeah. We'll strength pot, Bane, and then strike. Could have been the adrenaline, could have been the Bane. Dark Elfling saying that it could have been the Bane was helpful there. I haven't seen you much on Twitch, but I figure I owe you at least a little money for all the hours of YouTube content I watch. It's very kind of you to say, Burning Bright. I'm always at least every week I'm on Twitch on the 4 p.m. CDT Wednesday. I'm doing the Wholesomeverse live streams, but that is more of a kind of like broad bunch of people playing a bunch of different games together kind of stream, so I understand that's not necessarily the thing that feeds like want of STS content and stuff like that. Hey, welcome along. Good to see you. Okay. I'll happily take 1 damage for 2 more cards. I actually want the Guardian to stand up as long as possible here, so I only want to defend. And I'm not going to want to backflip here, just because if I do draw poison, I wouldn't be able to play it. Cool. Double extra card next turn still? Yeah, I think that's still valuable. Honestly, the Wholesomeverse streams are great. I'm not saying they're not good. They are some of my favorite content that I do, and I think they are really, really enjoyable and show kind of like a different side of my content, the way that I get to interact with other people in these kinds of circumstances. It's just, when people are wondering if I stream on Twitch, a lot of the time they are wondering if I stream the games that I play on YouTube on Twitch. And that's not necessarily the same thing. That's not a problem. Been watching the LSS for years and scheduling things. It's also kind of you to say, Bright John. Yeah, there's my win. Hey, you know what? We may have actually been able to get away with only having 5 HP entering. Ugh. Like, just Glass Knife. Glass Knife is just Blur in this deck. You took exactly 1 damage. To be fair, we did, like, the draws in the opening turns were ace. We needed those draws in the opening turns, otherwise we might have ended up taking the damage on the second turn, right? And if we took the damage on the second turn, we just would have lost. So, I still think we needed to take that caution. It's just I'm sad that we had to. You got to take the knife. Do I, though? All my skills are going to come pre-upgraded. The knife is, you know, like, the knife is some direct damage. We do have both Predator and Bane right now. It's not that bad. Guardian just dies versus Poison? Yeah, I know. But in 820 as well. Like, I can't just risk the possibility that I have a crummy draw 1 turn and just lose, you know? I take After Image. We're probably not going to play that many cards. After Image, at the very least, is probably going to help us contribute some overblock to the Blur. Is that why I take it? Overblock for the Blur? I could see that, actually. We can take this. So, we're not going to have discard support in this deck until we start finding acrobatics. If we found an acrobatics in this act, I would probably take the kite. Rhapsody, if you've seen Hades, I think Supergiant made a really good game. Yeah, I've seen it. I've played it. I think that it's an extremely good game. I think it unfortunately released at possibly one of the worst times in the year for me, and with no warning. So I recommend watching Wanda or Rito's series is on it. Hang on. Wanda, and then Rito. Both of them are running a series on it over on YouTube at the moment. In lieu of me being able to do it with my current no plans to play it then, my plan was to play it on release, but unfortunately I already have a full docket and I can't really just like shaft one game, you know? But yeah, Fusion Hammer here I think I can actually take. Like, Blur missing out on the upgrade, kind of sad, but Noxious Fumes missing out on the upgrade is really sad though. How many shrimps do you have to eat before it makes your skin turn pink? I have been asking this question for years. I have just been scarfing down shrimp left, right, and center, trying to figure out the answer, but I'm not so much pink from shrimp consumption as I am red from the furious shelling and scarfing of all of these shrimp. So I'm going to contact Kero Kero Benito myself and see if they have any suggestions. Thank you for the sub, Sneaky. So, there we go. There's the button on my stream deck that does the exclamation mark tick for y'all. Go straight to the horse's mouth. Exactly. It's first-hand information, you know? It's primary sourcing. You have your own button? 100%. Yeah, not being able to upgrade the Noxious Fumes does make me feel a little bit sadder about this. But I don't like the world where I take the hovering kite here and never find an acrobatics. Do I have my own button? Sure, we can pretend you're Moddy. Good to have you in chat, Moddy. Alright. The paths here. So there's a triple elite path, but if I take that, I am hard committing to all of them, which is a bit scary here. I have the ability to bail out at this point for an extra shop, or even go for a shop. So I get a shop on either line at least there. Okay, that's probably my path. I probably just want to look at a bunch of cards with the Toxic Egg. Hey, Teak! I want to look at a bunch of cards with this Toxic Egg, as well as this Art of War, in order to support the kind of poison deck that it looks like I'm possibly going for at the moment, so I'm going to intentionally not take question marks here at the start of the act. Are you proud of me? Proud of me, Dad? It's really weird for me how the Wholesomeverse expanded. I watched Rito and Raps, and then there was Wanda, who I watched a lot a year ago, and then Arvak, who I watched a tons of years and years ago. We all kind of run in relatively like similar circles for content creation. Not like similar social circles, but like we cover the same kinds of games. So we all generally become aware of one another. Like I know Rito and I were both aware of one another like broadly before actually talking to one another and getting to work together. And I know the same existed for both Rito and I being aware of Wanda. I'd worked with Arvak actually before I'd worked with Rito a very long time ago, but that was kind of like atypical that happened. See, I want the blur set up for the next turn. Fine, we'll go for it. Whoop. Unfortunately, no blur in this hand. Wait, 7. No, it's not enough. So if I'm not killing this turn, I might as well just go After Image Crippling Cloud. After Image Crippling Cloud Blur, try and save as much HP as possible. Damn. Only taking 8. Could be worse. Hey, Emi. Good to see you. There we go. Full block, dead. Seeing Jorbs and Dumdog play Among Us together was a trip. Yeah, I like Jorbs, Harfu, Dumdog, Dog. Like Harfu and Dog are obviously going to be the same server, right? But the Among Us has like created so many opportunities for seeing weird collaborations of people that I didn't think would work together, working together. Specifically, I had that same experience seeing Apollo on those. Wild. Extremely happy for him. Ooh, more whoop. It's got to be more whoop. Especially with the extra energy we already taken. Jobs and Harfu were streaming together right now. Hell yeah. It's a shame I'm streaming, otherwise I'd be off to watch that. Okay. I could have secured some extra defense for this turn, but I'll take the 9 damage. And then this I could blur through to the next turn as well as use Bane. In fact, I think I will, because we're probably going to be set up for the vulnerability. Nice. Our draw pile sucks. I need to make sure that I get the neutralize next turn, so I think I just hard stop right now. Toxic Egg plus Art of War plus Fusion Hammer is really a dream call for the silent of the game. It really is. I'm just worried I'm about to squander it. I need to find... So I have kind of like a block core. It's just I need some scaling to it at the absolute least. Please, game. Okay, we're fine. I can't take a speculative reflex because I would take acrobatics after this, right? No, too much. Faster damage is kind of block. You're right. All I need to do is kill my enemies first. Whoop. I'll take some damage here to get that down. Tasty Toast, 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Enjoy your emotes and chat. Welcome to the Republic. Killing the enemy is blocking as you reduce their strength by infinite. I prefer to think of it as you stun them for infinite turns, but yeah, we're getting to the same kind of thing here. Alright. Thankfully, you're still weakened. Do I want Bane in the next cycle? Probably, actually. Tasty Toast 1, 2, 3, 4 says, "Oh my god, he said my name," which is Tasty Toast 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm so happy. Why wouldn't I say Tasty Toast 1, 2, 3, 4? Tasty Toast 1, 2, 3, 4. Seems the polite thing to do. Your cam is covering the sub alerts, by the way. Oh, my bad. You're right. I need to move this slightly over. The idea is they're supposed to look like they're projecting from my shoulder. Will he ever learn how to say jonk? I'm afraid I am not capable of mastering these dark arts. Alright. Bye, Mr. Here's where the catalyst turns up and the world turns upside down. That was a weird looking catalyst. I didn't want it. We'll get the next one. We'll have to get the next one that comes around. I think I'm just going to go for the overblock here. Bane is nice this turn, but honestly, it's probably just going to be the poison plan the entire way through. Plus extra energy next turn, you know? Alright. Yep. Simple turn. You gotta love it when the turn kind of plays itself like that, right? Jobs has started to pronounce my name Yonk, and I don't know why. Sometimes a J is like a soft Y. I don't know what circumstances that's true in, but I know that linguists would probably be able to tell you better than I. Call him Yorbs? Exactly. There you go. Turnabout is fair play. Right. Easy. Sorry, I predicted it one early. I have to offset by one because of the so there was an RNG seeding tactic that I used in the last floor. I just forgot that there's an offset by one that has to be carried on because we saw the fusion hammer. It's a weird one. It's a weird one, but it's true nonetheless, and you can't doubt it, right? Please. Okay. Get him. Man, you gotta love it when the Snecko's not even really doing anything to you. Oh, I'm just gonna go for the overblur and just leave the rest of this to occur by itself. I don't really need to be involved in this kill at all. Why should I get my hands dirty, you know? Just gonna super block and watch you die. And 202, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime, not Twitch Prime, sorry, Tier 1 subscription for the 2nd month. Enjoy your emotes in chat, and welcome to the Republic. I kind of want a little bit more AoE to supplement the Crippling Cloud. Nah, Noxious Fumes. I don't want the Dagger Spray though. That's not the way I want to accomplish it. Am I being too picky? I am, aren't I? I'm still not going to take it, but I'm going to regret it later. And then everyone has full permission from me to say, I told you so. Just a chat full of I told you so's. I think I'm also going to throw the poison potion in here before the catalyst. Pop a blur as well. I feel almost as good as when he replied to a comment on YouTube to correct my maths. I'm doing a maths degree, so it wasn't my finest moment. You may want to triple check my working then, because I can pull my own, you know, in terms of mathematical skill, but like not super well. Boss. Rosgrills, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription for the 6th month in a row out of 7. Enjoy your emotes in chat, and welcome back to the Republic. Ooh, whenever you add a card to your deck, gain 9 gold. That was too quick. That was too quick. I actually probably wanted the acrobatics there. Okay. It's all good. So call calipers and 15 copies of footwork. Okay, so let's be really realistic here, Junk. 14 copies of footwork. And an oddly smooth stone. That's my final offer. Oh yeah, we're 100% taking on the elite. Ooh, we could fish back the deadly poison as well. We got any adrenal. Oh! We have to fish back the deadly poison. We're also probably going to use the colorless potion here. There's the bomb. Okay. Bomb, blur, deadly poison, liquid memories back the deadly poison, use the deadly poison again, catalyst, and then we stack double defense again. Hold. We're burning through a lot of potions here, though. Don't know if it's just me, but the stream looks with so much sharpness. Looks so sharp. I appreciate that. Thank you. I did recently reinvest into the quality of my stream with the green screen and some lights and some other stuff. I made a promise on my Patreon for higher quality streams a very long time ago, and I have finally fulfilled it. Let it never be said that I take far too long to fulfill things. I mean, that's still true. The stream, it looks at us with sharpness. Ah, right, I forgot. It's on the stream's part. You're right. Lights make all the difference in the world. They really, really do. This, like, I'm using the same camera that I used in the first like for all of my previous streams, like from like Hearthstone 2014, right? And it just looks completely different with lights. Fossilized Helix, oh my god, and don't tell him. Don't tell him. If we don't say it out loud, maybe you didn't see. No! Tick, I'm sorry. Tick, I don't know if you saw it, but back when I had to post an update to my YouTube community section that said, hey, a bit of an overdue update, but I'm taking some time to, you know, get the brain working good, you know, that kind of thing. The top comment response to that, and the one that I hearted, was he needs some time to rest after Teak forced him to take grand finale all those times. Pretty good shot. It's like fine, I guess. Yeah, it's okay. If you can't get anything else, I guess you could settle for a shop like that, you know? Good lord. I'm not going to give up my energy next turn with the neutralize here, honestly. So just in case anyone's unfamiliar, Snecko Skull, whenever you apply poison, apply 1 additional poison, as well as the Twisted Funnel at the start of each combat, apply 4 poison to all enemies. Let's make that 5. And that's the only reason I got both of those. But I guess this one also synergizes with the other poisons I have in the deck. I guess. Let's keep our buffer just in case. Personally, I think this deck needs about 999 more catalysts. Why stop there? Think big. Game is feeling real nice to me today. I like it. I like when that happens. I could optionally take 6 damage here in order... No, I don't need to take 6 damage here. There's no reason. I'm too powerful to do that. You need Tasty Toast 1, 2, 3, 4 catalysts to have a real impact. You're right. You're 100% right, Tasty Toast. Man. Hey, Red Beardy McGee. Thank you very much for the raid. Much appreciated. Let's get a exclamation mark raid. Red Beardy. Underscore. McGee. Ah, last playing Slay the Spire. Nice. What in particular we're doing? Also C20 stuff, maybe heart stuff? Did you just refuse a well-laid plans with the catalyst? I did. I really need an acrobatics in this deck. I have so many power cards that I need to specifically get to as quickly as possible. Also, the well-laid plans was unupgraded. Whereas the acrobatics was already previously upgraded and we don't have the ability to upgrade it. Like, yeah, I do want the other one, but I think I just slightly want the acrobatics more at the moment. We were doing chat draft today. Neat. Extremely neat. I am going for some Slay the Spire A20 myself to start out. And then probably moving over to the Outer Worlds afterwards to play the Peril of Gorgon DLC. Peril on Gorgon DLC, rather. Alright. Perfect. I'm a fan of that pick. Both cards are about deck consistency. One is higher tempo for the deck. Yep. Would it have been correct to go for the well-laid plans over the acrobatics if I had maybe 2 strike removals, though, Teak? Because, like, outside of our core set, the rest is extremely not redundant. Maybe what we really need is an empty cage here, Teak. All right, now we only need 1,233 more catalysts. We're on our way there. Yeah, good question, right? When it's small enough, it's just better to have than well-laid plans. Although at the same time, if the deck is small, then well-laid plans is less relevant because you can cycle. That is true as well. So the thing that makes well-laid plans something that I would have wanted to pick more in that position is also the thing that makes acrobatics the thing that I want to pick more in that position. That's interesting. That's interesting. It's kind of like a weird parabolic curve. Just wanted to say that watching the Ladder Streak videos Saturday morning, is great. I really appreciate that. A couple people have mentioned over the course of the history of the season, but also in this stream so far, that kind of like ritualistic viewing. The ritualistic is not like ritualistic has worse connotations than like, you know, appointment kind of schedule routine viewing, I guess. I really appreciate that. Ooh. Especially with the blurs, maybe. I think we're probably done on our blocks. Mega upgrade our strikes. I wouldn't be able to upgrade them after this. A call right back at you. Okay. So the reason that I wanted this, it does bloat our deck size by one. One thing that does contribute towards that is that it was my last question mark on that floor. So it's not like I was about to find simplicity and elegance afterwards and miss out on the ability to upgrade all my strikes, right? But in particular, it means that like if I dead draw my defends a couple turns, I have the ability to get myself back in a good position after I built the Blurricade. I really still need something like a... don't need to rest here, we'll recall. I still really need something like a... God, what is it? Footwork. I need a footwork. Not need, but I would very much like a footwork, or at least more sources of weakness in the deck. Maybe a leg sweep? I'll take a leg sweep, but I want a footwork. Do I try and set up a kill on turn one? That would be hard mull the whole hand. Yeah, we're doing it. I don't want to have to deal with the chumps. I have no AoE damage. So, that. Cool. Good fight. Wristblade would be absolutely god tier. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. That Nightmare looked good though. That Nightmare. So because we at least get the 5 poison on turn 1, oftentimes what this Nightmare says is use 2 energy this turn, kill the enemy next turn. No, we can't. We actually can't though. It's straight up just a cursed key. I take 1 curse, I get extra energy in a deck that already has the ability to draw and defend itself at the same time. We get extra cards we get to play for the sake of the after image triggers. It's extremely cursed key. We're going to want to start thinking at this point. We probably should have started thinking slightly earlier, but we're going to start thinking at this point about the potions we're going to want to take into the time meter fight. And not just the time meter fight, but the fight thereafter, you know? I can hit up 2 shops if I go for this line and then cut out here. So we only get 2 elites, but we do get 2 shops. Do shops or relics make me more powerful at the moment? And do the elites threaten me? The Nemesis does not threaten me. The Reptomancer threatens me. The giant head does not threaten me. The giant head's a joke. So we need to get slightly better at Reptimancer if we want to try and go for all of those. Shop could help us do that. Giant head has absolutely nothing to do with his deck. Exactly. The giant head just gets to watch from the sidelines as we win with this deck. One of the question marks being I am rich. Yeah, if we got the first one as I am rich, I don't know if I could take a normality into 2 fights with the amount of draw I have in this deck. I don't know if I would take I am rich at this point, actually. Shop Dolly's Mirror Catalyst. That's what we're looking for. It's exactly what we have to get. I think I'm going to stick with going for energy here. Energy? No, right? It's just defend, bane, bite, kill next turn. Defend, bane, bite. Don't try and get too tricky saving energy. I have 5 energy a turn. I don't probably need the 6th. And it's not like we weren't going to be able to kill without it anyway. Let's max HP. So at the very least, Time Eater says no Cloak and Dagger. Quick Slash is just some damage, and we do have a lot of energy. I think it's pass. I think we just focus on the core things this deck does at the moment to kill enemies. But at least they were all upgraded. The game was really trying to get me to pick one of them, you know? So we take no damage this turn. Got AoE poison later. Reptimancer will only attack for 18 if you kill them turn 2, like you did the Act 2 boss. The Act 2 boss, I needed to use the ability to cycle my hand with a potion. I don't currently have that at the moment. So yeah, maybe if I got that, that would make that a lot easier to do. Okay, so we're gonna catalyze. Right. Bite you. Catalyze you, and then next turn, just go off. Can't even say Tasty Toast. It's definitely a good hair day for me. I'll be honest. Which is in no small part contributing to my joy to be Hey, we found it. Cool. Contributing to my draw to be streaming. So no Dolly's Mirror, but it's just another catalyst at this point. We can't lose. What is happening? Everything's going our way right now. It's disconcerting because I know that there's another boot about to drop. Aris, is there any particular reason you have a webcam on Twitch and not on YouTube vids? Yeah, so the format for YouTube has, especially for Let's Plays, this is changing at the moment, actually, but back when I started in 2014, there was a stigma to having a face cam. It was kind of like, you know, attention grabby, kind of like you're not necessarily there to provide good content, you're just like putting yourself ahead of the game, those kinds of things. Like it had this stigma surrounding it. And streaming culture did help break that down, definitely. Like with the rise of streaming, face cams became a more accepted part of the format. But it still kind of stayed the same way on YouTube for more time, and it's starting to loosen now. But I made the decision early on that some videos on YouTube would have a face cam, and those were the ones that matched the stream format. So like the old Hearthstone videos, before I stopped covering that game, and all Blizzard games, had face cams on them, but then none of the other content would. I don't know. I have thought recently about the possibility of including face cams on the YouTube content, but there's a couple things stopping me. Number one, I don't want to have to wash my hair every day. My hair looks good the day after I wash it and no other days. So I would have to destroy the structural integrity of my follicles in order to do it. And then the second thing is I know there will still be a loud contingent that doesn't want it. And that's fine. That's their opinion, you know? I prefer no cam on YouTube as it puts the gameplay in focus. On Twitch, there's interaction, so face cam is fine. That is the big reason that Twitch was able to break down that barrier, right? There's a clear, obvious offering of value from having a face cam, and that is it becomes a direct conduit between the viewer and the chat. Now, it's pseudo-direct, obviously. I'm looking in a lenser of a camera, a sensor behind the lens of a camera, whereas you're looking at a screen, but it gives the aesthetic of that at the absolute least, and streaming is very largely involved in aesthetic. Savvy? Got him. I was against it, but a good entertainer makes the cameras a big entertainment ad. Yes, I think that conversely, some people feel that the value added by people who utilize the cameras effectively is constructed or false or not an honest representation of themselves as well. Which I hope I managed to avoid, because this is kind of, I'm happy with another backlit, because this is the same amount of expression I put in when I'm just talking happily in my own time. Like, if the face cam was suddenly turned on while I'm recording usually, you can kind of hear in my voice that I am doing the same motions. Is Snecko Skull triggering on Catalyst? Yes, it does. So if I have 30 poison and I use the Snecko Skull, and I have the Snecko Skull and I use a Catalyst, the 30 turns to 90 and then it adds 1 from the Snecko Skull. I think this is cut and pass. Orrery for 5 catalysts, do we believe? I want the Orrery for like all the card looks right now, but also the deck is quite good. The more things we cut, like it would be bites actually at this point. The more cards that we cut, the more consistent the deck gets, the more easy it becomes to just destroy bosses. I also don't want to spend all of my money in this shop because I want to have the ability to buy footworks later on, possibly. People can be actors without that face camera too, though. Yes, but it exacerbates the it exacerbates the intensity with which people perceive it when it's visual rather than just exclusively auditory, or especially if it's both auditory and visual. Dupe potion, maybe? Dupe potion's a good idea here. Set myself up for an easy kill on a boss. So what? Dupe potion cut and then avoid the later shot? Even now, this long later, footworks is still plural. Yep. Cut noxious fumes, coward. I mean, it is. Like, the poison that we do ramps so much faster than noxious fumes that it is not the best card in the deck, certainly. I still think it's a bite, but... And I will take the dupe potion. I think that's a good call. Silvato. Okay, I'll take the path that allows me to bail at any point. Okay. So I'm gonna deadly poison, then I'm gonna nightmare a catalyst. I'm gonna use a catalyst. Okay. Okay. Catalyst. Oh, these Misto, we found it. That's half of a footworks right there. Ryan C123, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription for 7 months. Enjoy your remotes in chat and welcome back to the Republic. Stop, he's already dead. Do we have a lot of draw in this deck. Do we want to deflect? Is it good enough in this deck? We do have 2 blurs as well. It's not like we're not holding on to extra block. Yep. Deadly Poison, Catalyst, Nightmare, Catalyst. There was a giant head. I blinked. Don't worry, I'll give you a replay of the fight. So it went something like that. It's too much. It's too much. We already have a lot of draw in this deck now. Honestly, weak potion of the explosive. Extend on the turns that I don't have the ability to otherwise. Yeah, we did know this was going to be the hardest fight for us, right? So it's not like we were unprepared. The Crippling Cloud makes sure that the both back and frontliner are going to die next turn. This is an example of a deck that didn't really have the ability to counter the Reptimancer, but is just so powerful that the Reptimancer didn't really matter. Is there a reason not to use the Fruit Juice right away? Yep. There's a couple reasons. There are events that scale the amount of damage they do to you to the amount of max HP that you have. So, you know, for instance, the obvious example is Council of Ghosts takes away 50% of your max HP. That's not a damage example, but it takes away 50% of your max HP. So if I use the Fruit Juice beforehand, I'm going to get, you know, 2, 3 max HP out of it. Whereas if I use it after, I get extra HP. Obviously, Council of Ghosts is on the previous floor. But I probably should have used it instead of dropping the Explosive Potion in that scenario. It's just there are scenarios where you do want to keep the Fruit Juice before using it. They exist. This deck could have gone a completely different direction with PK and Grand Finale and all the acrobatics and trying to go for the draws. No, we can't do it right now, but it could have. It certainly could have. What? I did the same thing. Ryan, you were literally just talking about that. All right. I think I'm going to go for another Elite out to the left. Okay, Normality, real bad. Paper Crane, extremely good. You didn't have to open that. I had to. I require it. Now, did I actually certainly need to have it? Yes. Remember what I just said? No, that's more me memeing. I find it very difficult to turn down the value proposition of a random relic. I find it extremely difficult. I would say impossibly difficult. Let's do it this time. We only have the one acrobatics. The rest of the draw is backflips. So it's actually not Tactician here. It's another Blur. We are extremely going for the Blur Arcade. I really, really, really want this Footworks. That's enough. That's fine. I think I care more about the extra 2 draw next turn, so. Over the energy of the Art of War not being played. Okay, so yeah, it's Nightmare, it's Catalyst, Nightmare, Catalyst, Actually, hang on, never mind, it's just. It's just that. Ooh, Nunchaku. Every time you play 10 attacks, gain an energy. So now a speed potion could actually be our solution if we take this Ancient. So I'm gonna take the Ancient here over probably the Weaken. The Weaken is really good with the Paper Crane, but we also have a Leg Sweep. We have a lot of sources of Weaken in this deck. I don't need a random. This would be more turn 1 artifact removal. But then I'm probably not going to have enough money to buy a potion in the next store. Oh, cool. It's one of those fights that we get to win on turn 1. I'd save the gold for Act 4. Yeah, I agree. Cool. Also, we do, like, still want the removal here, so that matters. Am I going to get the kill? I am, aren't I? Yep, we are. Good. See, that's when I want the well-laid plans, chat. See, all you gotta do is realize that you're not gonna get an upgraded well-laid plans if you take it against that acrobatics. But if you wait until the second last floor on the final act, prior to the heart, you'll get an upgraded one. That's all. You just have to know it's there. This seriously looks pre-recorded at this point, don't it? Love it. Alright. Nice. Well-laid plans early here. I'll hold that catalyst. I'll hold a little bit extra defense as well. Okay. Catalyst. That. Again, we're just going to hold the catalyst. I'm waiting for the ability to nightmare it. There we go. We'll use deflect and then acrobatics here just to discard the normality. Deadly poison, catalyst, nightmare the catalyst, play the other catalyst, then we kill next turn. Whew. Casual 21,000 damage. I was trying to figure out what DTW was, and then I realized I'm an idiot. Is it too much? Are we too deep on Blur? Think it's enough poison? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if there's like an even giant ahead. Nah, collector's bonus. Oh my god, it would actually be the collector's bonus for us as well. Fine. You need burst now? Yeah, but we're probably not gonna get burst. So let's like... I would love burst. Burst is so good for us here in so many different ways. Are we ever blocking that? So this is always getting played this turn. Oh, we are. Okay, I think I'm just going for super catalyst stuff to take this boss. I'm just going to skip phase 2. Okay, so I need the catalyst in here now. Please. That was really bad. Just got here. Is he going to play another 820 from Outer Worlds or move on to Outer Worlds after this run? Probably move on to Outer Worlds after this run. I just go Catalyst, right? And I try and go like straight to the wall. So what? Like triple this into 60. And then we need the other 2 triples in the same turn. So what we do is we play Catalyst, we play Predator, we play Defend. No, wait, we play Catalyst. And then we eat the damage? Gets us the extra draw this turn. So then backflip. God, you really didn't just draw the catalysts there. We'll use catalysts, blur, and then it's just double catalyst next turn and we win. We're fine here. It's just I would have liked to not lose any HP. Ideally, you know. Let's go for a bite for a little bit of it back. Alright. Well, again. So I'm going to acrobatics here for the possibility of discarding a Baden if we draw a Baden. Didn't draw a Baden. Again, it looks like I'm not going to get Hugh's Nightmare, but it's fine because I want to take down the first awakened one without doing super wild stuff. Should just be able to block past the cultists there. After Image still gives us more than it gives the awakened one. So 20, we just played 2 more cards and we're fine. Do we want to burn out 1 catalyst now? We will get to well-laid plans, so we will have the ability to hold a catalyst for the Nightmare interaction later. So yeah, we'll burn 1 out. Get some HP as well. HP or energy? HP. We don't have that much draw left in the deck, so the energy is less valuable. This fight changed speed very quickly on me. Use Catalyst, prevent 10 damage. Okay, at least we have Survivor in the same hand as the Normality. Okay, so here's the order. We neutralize, then we Adrenaline, making sure Normality is in the second cycle here. Then I'm going to use the Survivor to discard the Normality and play the rest of my turn. Well-laid plans is still more important here. Leg sweep for the continuation, then just blur. We already took a hit against the enemy, so we can use honestly, we could attack with anything here. Cool. I would actually prefer the 2 defense here. Alright. So the goal at this point is keep the Blurricade up. Okay. Yep, just keep the Blurricade up. And then eventually we're just going to want to have the Catalyst and the Nightmares in the same hand. So we hold Poison. Hold Blur? I mean, I can just play it because the Blurs stack. Why can I not get Nightmare for the absolute life of me? Very bottom of the deck again. Tim says, I can't really join the stream because I'm at a party, but I wanted to wish you a good stream and a great modded series regardless. Thank you, Tim. It's very kind of you to do. Enjoy your party. Alright. Nightmare. Catalyst. Actually, it's fine to use this Catalyst this turn, right? And then we just hold this in Acrobatics. All right. Deadly Poison, Catalyst, Catalyst, Catalyst. Good point. Tim, thank you very much for the 4th month of a Tier 1 subscription. Enjoy remotes and chat, and welcome back to the Republic. All right. Says the A20 win. Now it's time for the heart. Whew. Rest for no reason whatsoever here. Alright, shop. Alright, chat. I'm gonna need some help. I've been doing all the calls of the things that, oh, this'll probably turn up. This'll probably turn up. Chat, what do you think is gonna be in the shop? How many times have you forgotten to recall? So many times. Used to be a meme that I would just, like, not be able to go to the heart so often because I forgot it. Waffle? Blur? Trash? 7 dead branches? And a bottled fire. Alright, so you're all saying that it's just gonna be garbage. Spares Nerd says footwork. Thank you, I appreciate that. Glad says removal. Arctic Missile also says removal. Spares? Spares, how'd you do that? I've been trying to do that all game. Honestly, I actually think what we probably want here is footwork, cauldron, and dupe potion. And we're not going to be able to afford all of those. I think we go for the cauldron first. Gotta go catch your round. Catch your round, K-Dog. You know, the annoying thing about this is all of these are worse. I just wanted a speed potion. I simply wanted a speed potion. Now I have to leave a normality in my deck. And I don't even get a speed potion for it. Boo. Extremely sad days. All right. Do I want to weaken for another turn? I probably do want to weaken for another turn. Then turn back around so I take no damage this turn. All's well with the world. Ow. Catalyst. Yep. Okay. I mean, it's got to be Blur, the Catalyst, and then we deflect, backflip. Sweep, I guess. Right? No. Just double Blur Catalyst. Alright, we good. Honestly, there's just gonna be a speed potion in the Entropic anyway. I appreciate the I appreciate the trust that you have in that. I hope it is well founded. Cool! Cool run. So, we're not going to be able to... I mean, if I want to lose my buffer here, I have the ability to double the... or rather, play a Crippling Cloud and then double the Catalyst with the Dupe Potion. Instead, I just go defend crippling catalyst. Just wait. Defend cloud double catalyst. The normality is going to hard block my double cast. Damage will come regardless. I think you're right. That's how normality works. Yep, it is extremely cruel. I'm also going to use the Ancient Potion here so that the first status against me is prevented, which would be weaken. Weaken, so vulnerable. Would be vulnerable. Honestly, if I want to make this super safe, I have so many catalysts in the deck, it's not necessary. So I'm going to dupe the footwork.
You lied to me. None of these are a speed potion.
Later, VC. Petition for Omamori to block 2 of those 5 cards. It would certainly help Teak, who often ends up with the double stacked Omamori at the end of the run. Hey Raps, exclamation mark. Good to see you, question mark. Good to see you too, Chimera Draco. I've been okay. Just settling into the new kind of like pace of work. I'm liking it so far. Liking it one hell of a lot so far. Alright. And then let's get a footwork out as well. Nice. I mean, it doesn't really matter what we're retaining at this point. Extremely done. Yep. I love that we just overblocked this one as well. What was that backflip magic? You mean the whoop? That would be the everything is the same, but you backflip on backflip mod by Reyna. Fun run, y'all. Thank you for being around for it.